Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Irina, and as you've seen in a previous video that I am still thinking of what to call, the one where I showed you just what I hold over a week, I have some new makeup from MUA Cosmetics. So here it is here. I have swatched everything in the previous video. I will swatch things as we go along in this video as well. Alright, so I'm going to go straight into it. I'm going to start with my eyes because the eyeshadow palette that I have picked, it seemed like it has a little bit of a fallout, so zoom you in a little bit. So the eyeshadow palette I picked is called Wilderness. You get 3.8 grams of eyeshadow in here, so per pan is 0.76 grams. So that's the Wilderness palette. I'll do some swatches. So there we are, I've got some swatches of them. That's the shimmers on the side and the mattes on the other side. So my eyes are primed and I'm going to start with this shade all over the lid. I'm going to take this shade in the crease. I'm just gonna dip my brush in just a touch. And the reason for that was because I didn't want it too pigmented, but actually seems like I need to press a little bit harder anyway. I think I'm going to skip the green today and then just use the two shimmers. I'm going to use this one on the outer corner and this one all over the lid. So that's with the brush. I'm actually going to go in with my finger in this lighter shimmer. There we are. Okay, I'm going to apply some foundation and then come back for the concealers. Okay, so concealers, I went for a bundle. This is the bundle for light skin tones and includes 3 shades. I think I done like the little quiz to find out your perfect shade, and they said my perfect shade was 102. These shades are 100, 104 and 130. So I'll give you swatches of all of them. So there we have 100, 104 and 130. I think 104 will be a pretty good match for me. 100 is a really good one to lighten other concealers or maybe foundation. So I am going to also try to combine 140 with 130 with 100. So let's see. Actually 130 doesn't seem that dark. I'm going to use a brush like this. Oh, it's not a bad match. If I combine those, I just feel like I need to add more. It's probably the brush. Okay, I'm gonna do 104 on its own from here. And I've just realized I haven't actually said anything about this concealer. So this is a Pro Base Full Coverage Concealer. It says lightweight cover up for imperfections with a smooth, flawless finish. I know that you can get full coverage with a lightweight feel, but it says lightweight cover up. And I would say, I don't know, would you say this is full coverage? When I put it on the back of my hand, it seems to be full coverage. But under my eyes, more medium. And this comes in quite a few shades. Actually, let me look on the website and I'll tell you. It comes in 24 shades. You get 7.5 ml of product in here. It also says that it's crease proof. I think it's kind of like set very quickly. it will sink into my fine lines. Nothing is crisp for me. But it does seem to have set on its own very quickly. However, I will go in with a powder. I do have a powder from them, which came in this duo set, and it's a translucent powder, translucent pressed powder, yeah. So let's get that out. So this is just a tiny one. It's only 5.7 grams. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. So it seems to be alright on my under eyes because it doesn't seem like it's emphasizing texture or anything. It's just setting that concealer even further. I'm just going to quickly finish the eyes by using some of this matte eyeshadow just on my lower lash line. Okay, this set also comes with a clear mascara. It's a clear lash and brow mascara, so I can also use it on my brows. Oh, that's the wand. Nothing too special, but I want to try to use it on my lashes. Nah, it doesn't do anything. I would imagine it would at least lift them. I'm guessing you would curl them and then set them with this if you're not doing makeup that day or something. But let's see what it does for my brows. It does seem to make my brows easy to shape. But it doesn't have like the super strong hold or anything. So I think that's what I'll use it for, just shaping my brows on the days where I wear minimal makeup or maybe no makeup. Maybe use it for my flyaways. No, so that's that one. Okay, I've applied my mascara. Now I've got a bronzer, and this is the cream bronzer in shade Butterscotch. I do have all of the shades on here. They sent this card with it. That's just a quick swatch of it on the back of my hand. I think I will go in with this brush, and again, this is the e.l.f. Buffing Foundation brush, but it's good for cream products as well. Okay, I do like that. Seems like it doesn't deposit too much color in one go, which actually makes it very easy to blend. And obviously you can layer up if you want to. Do I want to build it up? I'm just going to add a little bit more just so we can see how that builds up. Yeah, definitely builds up nicely. And I also have one of the cream blushes. I had this one before in shade Mr. Rose, and I've completely finished it. And I really enjoyed it. And I got this one in Peach Puff this time. That's a swatch there. And I'm gonna apply a little dot with my finger. Right, I am going to go with a beauty blender first, and then we'll see. Yeah, I think that's a bit too close in color to the bronzer. So I might actually buff it in with the brush. I think that's a bit better. But it's a little bit too close in color to the bronzer. I really should use this without the bronzer. I'm going to go back into this powder just to kind of like set my face, make sure everything melts nicely there. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. So I can see immediately it mattifies. I would expect the powder to mattify, obviously. But it doesn't seem to have texture or anything like that. It's a little bit smoothing as well. So I'm hoping that shows in the camera. It's a shame you can't see the blush properly. I'm debating whether to take this off so you can see the blush properly, but you can see it on there. Actually, let me try and blend it on here just with a brush. There we are. So for me, this would be one that I would wear without a bronzer, definitely. More like a 2-in-1 type of product. And lastly in here, I have the Metamorphosis Color Changing Lip and Cheek Oil, which I've spilled quite a bit of it when I did my unboxing video, because I didn't realize that this spills quite a bit. So this turns pinkish. Smells a bit like candy, like sweet. Yeah, it feels hydrating on the lips, but for a lip oil also feels a little bit thin. I'm just wondering if it will be sticky if I put it on my cheeks. I'm gonna have to work very quickly because this one stains, as I found out last time. That's actually quite pretty on the cheeks. Well, let's see. Oh, it's not too sticky. It's alright. Okay, so these are all the products I have from MUA Cosmetics for you today. Let's take them in order and tell you my first impressions on them. So the eyeshadow palette, quite enjoying this color story, and the shimmers are really nice and vibrant in my opinion. They're not metallic or anything, but they still show up quite nicely on the eyes. I think these two are not as pigmented as they look in the pan, but they're the type of eyeshadow that you can build up. It looks so nice in the crease. This one here, but I think for the price that you pay, it's more than decent eyeshadow. The concealers, one thing that I noticed is that on the brush there's very little product, which is absolutely fine for me personally because I only apply one dot anyway. I've applied a little bit more today because I wanted to combine these two, but if you normally like applying a lot, you're gonna have to go a few times, so that's something to keep in mind. It seems like it's not too drying for my under eyes because my under eyes can be a little bit dry, and it looks really nice actually, but we will have to see how they wear. I will update in the comments and tell you what they were like at the end of the day. Sometimes there are some concealers that even with setting powder they still crease, so I'll update on that as well. The pressed powder again seems okay, gives them like a nice blurring effect, not as much as other powders, but there's a subtle blurring effect there, seems to set. Again, I'll update if I have any more updates on that. I mean, there is only so much you can say about powder. This Lash and Brow Clear Gel Mascara, it's okay-ish. I mean, if you just want a little bit of a light hold on your eyebrows, or you know, you just want something to brush them through on the days where you don't wear a lot of makeup, I guess it's okay. You don't need to spend a lot of money for a product like that, so might as well get this one. The bronzer I'm really enjoying. It went on so easily and it blended so nicely, so I'm really enjoying this one. The liquid cream blush, like I said, I had this one before. I know it blends in very nicely, and yeah, it just has this lovely finish. This particular shade you can't see that well, but I'm familiar with the product and I know it's really nice. The lip and cheek oil, I mean, just as I'm talking now, and it's only been like, what, 2-3 minutes, it seems like it's almost sunk into the skin, so I'm expecting a lip oil to be a little bit thicker. And also, if you use it on the cheeks, I don't know how you would use it so this doesn't get dirty with all your cheek makeup or whatever else it is. I think I will use it on the cheeks going forward because it is not as sticky as I thought, and it might be nice just for like a light layer of something. it is very liquidy, and even as you take this out of there, it kind of like splashes, so you have to be careful with it, especially because it stains. I think that's it. If you also have these products, let me know in the comments what your opinion is on these items. If you like this video, if you found it entertaining or useful, I would love a thumbs up. I'd also love it if you check out my other videos. I do lots of beauty and makeup. I do some other makeup related content as well, and I also do a little bit of lifestyle content here and there. So I would love it if you would subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!